Well, I found myself on the Gardner Douglas stand with Andy Burrows, and it just shows here that classic cars don't necessarily have to have old brakes, bad gearboxes. They can be built with modern components. That's right, isn't it, Andy?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We like to think that with all the modern benefits of modern components, then we can get the reliability and the drivability into the car, and you enjoy more of the driving on the road than in the car in the garage being maintained.
Well, we can see that here in this bodiless example. There's a lot of modern technology in here.
Yes, I mean this is using the very latest of GM's V8 configuration engines, so it's fuel injected, obviously catalytic, meets all the latest regulations, and then we use a modern backbone space frame chassis, fully independent double wishbone suspension, all adjustable. We're using sort of the latest brakes as well, so the whole car has a solid base to it and very stiff and tunable.
Well, I could be looking at a racing car chassis here, but when I look to my left, I suddenly see a sort of a Cobra style body shell on it, and it automatically looks like a classic car.
Yes, again, it's really mixing the blend of something that you want to drive, get the full enjoyment out of the drive. When you shut that door and you're behind the wheel, that's all important. But when you get out of the car and you're admiring the car, the beauty of the shape, we want to keep that. So it's a beautiful shape, and why change it? We just want all the underside of the car, the underpinnings, to be much more developed. Moved on to today's times. Our typical customer usually has got some inclination and some understanding of the car or the history to the car, but maybe they're just looking for something that they can probably trust a little bit better, with the modern components.
And are the cars sold as complete items, or are these self-assembly in some way?
Well, we started the company in 1990 based on a kit car approach, and so over the years there's been a lot of self-build cars, and we enjoy that side of the market, feeding people to build the car. Pastime of sort of building the car is quite enjoyable, but 50% of our business nowadays is building the specific car to the customer's needs. So, and a lot of people haven't got the time, so we like to serve that side of the market as well.
So, what would the cost of a completed 427 be?
This car, as we see it here, with 425 horsepower, new on the road, would be £45,000.
And a real Cobra 427 would be how much?
Add another 200 to it. Yeah. So I think, and obviously from the driving aspect, we'd like to think that this is a move on. So I think anyone who comes down, sits in the car by the side of us and goes for a run, they'd really appreciate that. As soon as we move the wheels.
So you're not trying to copy a product; you're trying to manufacture in your own way a version of the car that will appeal to wide sections of classic market.
Oh yeah, for definite. I mean, although the car is, to all intents and purposes, at first glance it's a Cobra, it's not the original Cobra, it's our version. We don't call it a Cobra, it's a GD427. Gardner Douglas is the company that makes it, and Gardner Douglas is the name that people, want to associate with it when they buy it.
Now this is obviously something slightly different. This is the GD T70, isn't it? Harking back to the T70 days and looking very good in its classic colours.
That's right.
But tell us a bit about this car.
We've built a T70 based around a space frame chassis, and then modernised improvements in sort of driver comfort, the size of the cockpit. Obviously the cars had to be built around modern regulations to comply with SVA. It's fully road legal. We do the windscreen to sort of add the comfort for road driving. This is based on, again, all the modern suspension system. We use the latest engine packages. This has actually got an LS7 in it, so 620 horsepower. So we do cars from 400 upwards. The car is much easier to drive by running modern mechanics again. So this is fuel injected, very smooth delivery. LS7 engine with the fuel injection editor. We've got a Porsche 6-speed transaxle. It's all limited slip differential. It's dry sumped, so it's built for going around the circuits. Obviously exhaust system to deal with sort of today's regulations with the catalytic converters, but noise as well. We can calm it all down. Fully adjustable suspension again. AP brakes all round. Quite a sophisticated car. But yet, your grandma could drive that. It pulls from 700 RPM, smooth as silk.
And how many of these would you expect to make, and what's the cost of one?
A car like this on the road is $65,000 from the company. We produce them from about $52,000 upwards. Someone can again self-build. In the last 2 years we've sold 25 cars.
Thank you very much.